Former leader of Hamas is calling for all Muslims to engage in jihad this Friday to show support for Palestinians. Take a look.
New threats are stoking fear that Islamic terrorists might come out of the woodwork for a day of rage, Friday the 13th. The former leader of Hamas urged Muslims all over the world to wage jihad this Friday in support of Palestinians. In a recorded statement sent to Reuters Wednesday, Khalid Mashal called on Muslims to take their public displays of outrage to the next level.
Start with the things that we are used to, but with a higher ceiling. Take your anger to the public squares and streets of the Arab and Islamic world on Friday, the Friday of Al-Aqsa flood.
Mahal, who led Hamas from its founding in 1987 until 2017, told Muslims all over the world to fight and be martyrs, to deliver a message of anger and rage aimed directly at Zionists and the Americans that come to their rescue. The jihadist did not mince words. He said talk is cheap, and now is the time for action.
All of you who teach jihad, who preach to fighters and martyrs, this is the time for application, so that your words are not just words. This is the moment of truth, and the borders are close to you. You all know your responsibility.
Many are worried that Hamas's barbaric attack on unsuspecting families in Israel is imminent in the U.S. With the borders wide open for the past 2 years, we just don't know who has been let in. And those who understand the mindset of the hostile actors in the region, like retired Navy SEAL Master Chief Will Spencer, are telling Americans to be vigilant.
The global war on terrorism has never ended. The same sleeper cells that we had from Hezbollah in America and Al-Qaeda that we had before 9/11 are still in America today. At least their infrastructure is. And with close to 2 million illegal immigrants who are gotaways, with, mind you, 200 of them that they were actually caught, were actually on the terror watch list that we knew of. 200 people coming across the border were on our terror watch list. So how many that are terrorists are part of the gotaways? So they are amongst us, and we should be vigilant, and we should be watchful. It's never ended.
For many, being vigilant means not only keeping their head on a swivel, it means preparation, checking firearms, mags, and ammo, staying away from large gatherings, having a plan with your family if a major attack occurs.
When they talk about a day of rage, what does that look like? Should people be concerned that they're going to go into schools, that they're going to go into grocery stores? Like, what does that even look like? Somebody coming from, with your experience.
Well, thank God we have the Second Amendment and we have vigilant Americans in our country, and we should be more vigilant today because the destiny of Israel and America are fated together. Our futures are fated together. So what does that mean? That means that they're trying to incite people of the radical Islamist belief, whether Takfiris or Salafists, to conduct themselves accordingly in passionate protest, potentially, of what's happening in Gaza. But what does that also mean to that radical person who's in his room being radicalized by social media, who decides he wants to carry out what we used to call a lone wolf attack?
Right.
And that is very real. It happens all the time outside of America, and it could still happen any day within America.